It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a beer from Duration, and it's a can of their Dripping Pitch West Coast IPA coming in at 6.7% ABV in a 440ml can. There's a look at the can wrap. Without further ado, let's get the can out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass then. Ooh, look at that. Love a West Coast IPA. I've really enjoyed the Duration beers. I've had a few of them now. Thank you very much to Nat at the bottle shop in Penarth. I went in there a couple of weeks ago now I think, with the Super Chat money that I had. And I said, Nat, help me out. I want all this kind of fantastic kind of beer that I've not tried, and new breweries that I've not tried. And he just was like, get some Duration, get this, and he just filled my basket with some wonderful beers. So yeah, it was my first time trying Duration recently, and they've been phenomenal, really phenomenal brewing. 1 finger whitehead, 1 to 2 finger whitehead I'd say. Hazy amber coloured beer. Nice kind of sediment there. Can you see the fine sediment in the bottom of the glass? There you go. Let's get the aroma. Ooh. Certainly very hoppy. Grapefruit, mango, tropical fruits. It smells great. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, wow. Wow, Stone the Crows, what a fabulous, fabulous beer. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. Mango, tropical fruit, passion fruit, fleshy blood orange, grapefruit. Oh, and a nice bitterness on the back of the palate. Proper kind of West Coast IPA. Lots and lots of flavour in the middle. I would say this is more of a, pardon my kind of take on it, but a newer world West Coast IPA. And what I mean by that is there's so much flavour in the middle. So much flavour in the middle with a lovely bitterness on the back end. But it's not crazy. It's not kind of like 80 IBU craziness. There's enough hops in it to give it lots of flavour in the middle. And it's a nice kind of, almost like a stroll in the park bitterness. Something which I think is needed. I think is needed with beers like this, because you have the sweetness to begin with, and I like the balance. I like the bitterness on the other side, on the back end. Totally impressed by this brewery. I would love, I'm not sure if they brew stouts or porters or imperial stouts, imperial porters, but I'd love to try something like that from these guys. An imperial stout or an imperial porter. Probably leaning towards that style more and more with the, I seem to go through phases. Last summer 2019 I went through a phase of just wanting to drink Pilsner, and now all of a sudden I just gone through a phase of just wanting to drink stouts and vanilla stouts and imperial stouts and imperial porters. I just suppose it's your palate. It's we're just coming out of winter. So I imagine when the summer comes back and it's boiling hot, I won't want to drink the imperial stouts. I want to drink this style of beer, the kind of the lighter, kind of hoppy beers, and of course pilsners and Weissens. How did we get there? How did we get there? Never mind. Let's get back to this. It's a fantastic beer. Fantastic beer. Really is fantastic. I mean, there's a nice kind of cloudy fluff, if you like, of head that just I just swallowed a load of the head in. It was not like that, like drinking a John Smith's head where it's like, not like the awful kind of artificial head. Just natural kind of like cloudy mouthful of head here with blimey, with grapefruit and mango and citrus and fleshy blood orange and passion fruit, and yeah, fantastic. It's got a lovely mouthfeel as well. You can feel the hops on your lips, just sticking on your lips a little bit. Yeah, great. Just a great beer. A nicely balanced beer. I want to go. They're from Norfolk. I know that because I drank a beer the other night and I read where they were from, and they're from Norfolk, and I'd love to go and visit. I've never been to Norfolk, never been down that way. I'd love to go down and visit some of these wonderful breweries and visit just the coastline, and apparently it's beautiful down there. Absolutely beautiful. Let's read the description then. I've got a question though before I read the description. I pressed start and stop, like an outtake if you like, not an outtake but a mistake. I called them, so I started off a review and then realised I made a mistake and pressed stop. I went Duration Brewing Company. Now all I see on the cans is Duration, brewed by Duration. Are they just called Duration? Are they not called Duration Brewing Company or Duration Beer or Duration Brewery? All I can see is Duration. So I introduced it as Duration, but I'd like to know in the comments box what if it's just Duration or whatever I just mentioned, Brewing Company or Brewery or Beer. What are they called? What's the name for them? Right, Dripping Pitch is a decades-long experiment on the flow of a highly viscous liquid. Some would say IPA has also become a decades-long experiment, changing and flowing with our taste and location. This West Coast IPA is but one stop on the IPA trip. Citrus zest and resin usher in this crisp and bitter blast from California. That's where the style of beer come from, the West Coast of California, hence West Coast IPA. Yeah, really good. Anything on so the hops are Citra, Amarillo and Columbus. The grist is pale malt, Vienna malt and dextrin, and it's California ale yeast as the yeast. Farmhouse Brewery in Norfolk. Brilliant. Love their beers. Let's rate this. So far, with that Manchester brewery, or what are they called? I'm awful, and they're a one-name brewery as well. I love their beers. I was reviewing their cans recently. I can't remember. I would say it would be a toss-up between these two breweries as to my find of 2020. These two breweries have been my find of 2020. Absolutely fantastic, consistent, kind of low ABV, but very drinkable, very sessionable beers. I like Dripping Pitch enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I can see the name of this brewery from Manchester on the top of my head, but I can't quite. Never mind. 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Comments, please comment, please subscribe. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.